Om Namo Narayana. Respected friends, welcome you all for this morning. Our attempt of bringing our minds to meditative poise through these 6-7 activities of Veda Parayanam, common sense thought, Mantrocharana, Dhyana Purvaka, Shanti Mantras, Sankalpa, Upanishad Mantra Parayanam, Upanishad Mantra Adhyanam. Through all this, may the Paramatma in the form of Parabrahma, Ishvara, Jagannatha, Devatagana, Gurugana, Shastragana bless us duly so that our all personality layers become so fully blossomed that we are serving outside, peaceful inside, growing within us spiritually. Upanishad, we are studying Shwethashwathara, sixth last chapter. Today we'll have to see the fourth mantra in which the sadhana is indicated so importantly, beautifully for a serious, sincere seeker as to how he'll have to realize his self. So many times every day we are given these guidances, so that if not one day, the other day we are able to digest, grasp, and tune to that knowledge. You know? So, what is our attempt from our side for this knowledge to become ours, for us to practice it, for it to help us in our growth? If we can little ponder over that, it will definitely be helpful to us. Friends, let us begin our Vedic chanting from 66th mantra of this Aruna Prashna. We'll go up to 80th mantra. Today also we'll chant 15 mantras, even if it takes 1 or 2 minutes more. ॐ अथ वेदपारायणम् अरुणप्रश्नः अथ षष्टितममन्त्रादारभ्य. Yes, mantras are very big. Let us stop at 75 only. ॐ इमे मासाश्चार्धमासाश्च सर्वेषां भूतानां प्राणैरपप्रसर्पन्ति चोत्सर्पन्ति च मामे प्रजायामा पशूनां मा मम प्राणैरपप्रसृपतमोत्सृपत इम ऋतवः सर्वेषां भूतानां प्राणैरपप्रसर्पन्ति चोत्सर्पन्ति च मामे प्रजायामा पशूनां मा मम प्राणैरपप्रसृपतमोत्सृपत अयगं संवत्सरः सर्वेषां भूतानां प्राणैरपप्रसर्पति चोत्सर्पति च मामे प्रजायामा पशूनां मा मम प्राणैरपप्रसृपमोत्सृप इदमहः सर्वेषां भूतानां प्राणैरपप्रसर्पति चोत्सर्पति च मामे प्रजायामा पशूनां मा मम प्राणैरपप्रसृपमोत्सृप इयगं रात्रिः सर्वेषां भूतानां प्राणैरपप्रसर्पति चोत्सर्पति च मामे प्रजायामा पशूनां मा मम प्राणैरपप्रसृपमोत्सृप ॐ भूर्भुवस्सुवः ॐ भूर्भुवस्वः एतद्वो मिथुनं मानो मिथुनगं रीढ्वम् अथादित्यस्याष्टपुरुषस्य वसूनाम् आदित्यानागस्थाने स्वतेजसा भानि रुद्राणाम् आदित्यानागस्थाने स्वतेजसा भानि आदित्यानागस्थाने नागस्थाने स्वतेजसा भानि सतागं सत्यानाम् आदित्यानागस्थाने स्वतेजसा भानि अभिधून्वतामभिघ्नताम् वातवताम् मरुताम् आदित्यानागस्थाने स्वतेजसा भानि ऋभूणाम् आदित्यानागस्थाने स्वतेजसा भानि विश्वेशान् देवानाम् आदित्यानागस्थाने स्वतेजसा भानि संवत्सरस्य सवितुः आदित्यस्य स्वतेजसा भानि ॐ भूर्भुवस्वः रश्मयो वै मिथुनं मानो मिथुनगं रीढ्वम् आरोगस्य स्थाने स्वतेजसा भानि भ्राजस्य स्थाने स्वतेजसा भानि पटरस्य स्थाने स्वतेजसा भानि पतङ्गस्य स्थाने स्वतेजसा भानि स्वर्णरस्य स्थाने स्वतेजसा भानि ज्योतिषीमतस्य स्थाने स्वतेजसा भानि विभासस्य स्थाने स्वतेजसा भानि कश्यपस्य स्थाने स्वतेजसा भानि ॐ भूर्भुवस्वः आपो वो मिथुनं मानो मिथुनगं रीढ्वम् अथवा योरेकादशपुरुषस्यैकादशस्त्रैकस्य प्रभ्राजमानानागं रुद्राणागस्थाने स्वतेजसा भानि व्यवदातानागं रुद्राणागस्थाने स्वतेजसा भानि वासुकिवैद्युतानागं रुद्राणागस्थाने स्वतेजसा भानि रजतानागं रुद्राणागस्थाने स्वतेजसा भानि परुषाणागं रुद्राणागस्थाने स्वतेजसा भानि श्यामानागं रुद्राणागस्थाने स्वतेजसा भानि कपिलानागं रुद्राणागस्थाने स्वतेजसा भानि अतिलोहितानागं रुद्राणागस्थाने स्वतेजसा भानि ऊर्ध्वानागं रुद्राणागस्थाने स्वतेजसा भानि अवपतन्तानागं रुद्राणागस्थाने स्वतेजसा भानि वैद्युतानागं रुद्राणागस्थाने स्वतेजसा भानि प्रभ्राजमानीनागं रुद्राणीनागस्थाने स्वतेजसा भानि व्यवदातीनागं रुद्राणीनागस्थाने स्वतेजसा भानि वासुकिवैद्युतीनागं रुद्राणीनागस्थाने स्वतेजसा भानि रजतानागं रुद्राणीनागस्थाने स्वतेजसा भानि परुषाणागं रुद्राणीनागस्थाने स्वतेजसा भानि श्यामानागं रुद्राणीनागं स्थाने स्वतेजसा भानि कपिलानागं रुद्राणीनागस्थाने स्वतेजसा भानि अतिलोहितीनागं रुद्राणीनागस्थाने स्वतेजसा भानि ऊर्ध्वानागं रुद्राणीनागस्थाने स्वतेजसा भानि अवपतन्तीनागं रुद्राणीनागस्थाने स्वतेजसा भानि वैद्युतीनागं रुद्राणीनागस्थाने स्वतेजसा भानि ॐ भूर्भुवस्वः रूपाणि वो मिथुनं मानो मिथुनगं रीढ्वम् अथाग्नेरष्टपुरुषस्य अग्नेः पूर्वदिशस्य स्थाने स्वतेजसा भानि जातवेदस उपदिश्यस्य स्थाने स्वतेजसा भानि सहोजसो दक्षिणदिश्यस्य स्थाने स्वतेजसा भानि अजिराप्रभव उपदिश्यस्य स्थाने स्वतेजसा भानि वैश्वानरस्यापरदिश्यस्य स्थाने स्वतेजसा भानि नर्यापस उपदिश्यस्य स्थाने स्वतेजसा भानि पङ्क्तिरादस उद्गदिश्यस्य स्थाने स्वतेजसा भानि विसर्पिण उपदिश्यस्य स्थाने स्वतेजसा भानि ॐ भूर्भुवस्वः दिशो वो मिथुनं मानो मिथुनगं रीढ्वम् दक्षिणपूर्वस्यां दिशि विसर्पे नरकः तस्मान्नः परिपाहि दक्षिणापरस्यां दिश्य विसर्पे नरकः तस्मान्नः परिपाहि उत्तरपूर्वस्यां दिशि विषादि नरकः तस्मान्नः परिपाहि उत्तरापरस्यां दिश्य विषादि नरकः तस्मान्नः परिपाहि आयस्मिन् सप्तवासवा इन्द्रियाणि शतक्रतविद्येते इन्द्रघोषावो वसुभिः पुरस्तादुपददताम मनोजवसो वः पितृभिर्दक्षिणत उपददताम रचेता वै रुद्रः पश्चाद उपदधताम विश्वकर्मा च आदित्यरुत्तरत उपदधताम त्वष्टावो रूपैरुपरिष्टाद् उपदधताम संज्ञानं वः पश्चादिते आदित्यत्सर्वोऽग्निः आदित्यः सर्वोऽग्निः पृथिव्यां वायुरन्तरिक्षे सूर्यो दिवि चन्द्रमा दिक्षो नक्षत्राणि स्वलोके एवा ह्येव एवा ह्यग्ने एवा हि वायो एवा हि इन्द्र एवा हि पूषन् एवा हि देवाः आपमापामपः सर्वाः अस्मादस्मादितो मुदः अग्निर्वायुश्च सूर्यश्च सह सञ्चस्करर्धिया वायुवश्वारश्मिपतयः मरीच्यात्मानो अद्रुहः देवीर्भुवनसुवरीः पुत्रवत्वाय मे सुत महानाम्नीर्महानमानाः महसो महसस्वः ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः. That's how a beautiful Veda Parayanam our day every day begins with Om Namo Narayana. Friends, in our second aspect today of common sense thought, very common sense thought, we will see which for your maturity and wisdom and status of life, I need not say it at all. Every one of us must be knowing it and doing it. If yes, congratulations. Friends, is what key in the world around us. In the world around us, there are the inanimate things, the animate beings. The inanimate things, the Panchamahabhutas, in their micro and macro form. So to the animate beings, starting from a microbe up to the Brahmadeva level. More around us, more familiar to us are the human beings, the birds, the animals, most importantly, the plant kingdom. In between these animal birds, all these sarisrupas, reptiles, krimikitakas, all the insects, etc., become aware of their presence around. Then try to make a habit through understanding, through conscious practice. What habit of what practice is? One, see divinity in all of them, ruthlessly, undoubtedly, fully. Why? Because they are all expression of divine, and that's how we have to deal with them. Practice it. Others may not be doing it, they don't know, they are not sadhakas. We are sadhakas. So, seeing divinity in them is the ultimate. If this is done, all other things what I am going to say are redundant, not required. Right? Second is see the great qualities of each of them and acknowledge them and respect them for that. Surya has his own great qualities. Acknowledge and respect. See the magnanimity of that Surya Kanti, its heat and light. Is not all the three worlds illuminated by him and The required heat for life and survival are given by him. So, the art of respecting Surya for what he is, art of respecting Chandra what he is for. You know, he gives that Chandra cool kiranas. He is the one who gives the rasa ityadi to the oshadhis. Collect that data and unambiguously understand, accept, and respect them for what they are. So too the Akasha. So too, Akasha is giving Avakasha the place to stay for Anantakoti Brahmandas. Is it not great? Respect for it. It for it. So too the Vayu. Without Vayu, the prana cannot be there. Nobody can be alive. What a great contribution of that Vayu Devata, isn't it? Therefore, respect the Vayu for him. Whatever. Nama Brahmane, Namaste Vayu. So too the Jala Devata. Without water we can't live. Without Prithvi we cannot live. Without the entire the forest Vana Sampada we cannot live. So what they are standing for, respect them for whatever they are. That attitude we have to develop, that practice we have to do. That's how our nature should be. I respect everyone for whatever the good, great quality they have. To respect all the devatas, all the Rishimuni Gana, respect all the other Yaksha Gandharvas, respect all the people in front of us, whoever in whatever position they are in. They deserve that respect for whatever good qualities they have. See the good and respect. Even one good quality we are able to recognize and respect for that, our job is done. Isn't it? Everyone has got something great, good in him. Respect grandparents for their love for us so much. Respect parents that they nurtured and nourished us. Respect brothers that sisters, siblings that we have someone to claim ours. When we respect, they also do so. How beautiful that life. So to the friends, relatives, colleagues, everyone deserves our respect because they stand for something or the other great, good, noble. Even if not, again the divinity is there in them, I should respect. So to respect all animals for what they stand. Every one of them have some good quality. What the butterfly does, we can't do. What the honeybee does, we can't do. You know, what the beauty the coil adds to with its cuckoo morning. Respect it for it. That should be our attitude. Everything in this world deserves the respect. Second point. So, to the third one is start loving all these expressions of divinity because love has a specific persuasive power. One, first, it cools down our personality. Second, it cools down the other personality. Third, it cools down and makes beautiful the rapport, the relation between us and the world. And when that love is pure from within, you know, without any biasness or doubts, that Purna Shraddha, without any expectation, etc., it is so powerful. Why should we love? Just because we can, just because we should, just because that quality should spread all over the world. Love for no reason, hate not for any and every reason, isn't it? That should be our attitude. Love we are talking about. Okay, so see divinity in all, respect all. These are all to be made habits, very good practices. So to love all. Then the fourth one is what? Help all for their survival, for their evolution. Wherever, in whatever the capacity, We can help. Oh, let us help them. How beautiful, imagine that we learn that art of helping others and continuously we are doing so. See the amount of fulfillment within us. And you can see in your own life, definitely you might have helped a few people. You know, at some point of the other of the time, maybe in your school days, college days, business, profession days, कहीं ना कहीं इसको हेल्प किया होगा आपने. And remember that when that help is given, the chamak in the eyes of that being person. So how satisfying it is. This is called as satvika sukha. Enjoy that. Always we should be ready to help others. Never get misguided by others, especially people at our own home. They are in a different mood of worry and tension that if you help others, you may not help them. The resources may get wasted. In that way, they have belief or feeling. It is natural to them because of their ignorance. So, समझा बुझाकर उनको do it in the capacity it is possible. है ना? जो स्वार्थी घमंडी होते हैं ना, वो किसी को हेल्प करते नहीं, करने नहीं देते. है ना? Even to your own near and dear ones, like to your own brother, some money you want to give. Your husband only shouts, कि why I have to give that fellow निकम्मा? Or the wife shouts, अब ऐसे ही करते जाते हो. So that's how their reaction attitude. Understand them, what is their standpoint, see whether it is right or not. But the nature of help always. है ना? In one way or the other, the help. Help is an attitude. It can be expressed in 100 ways, not necessarily only by giving money. You can give money, give shelter, give recommendation, give job, give advice. Attitude is that of let me help. How do you express it? Depending on the situation, person, etc. An attitude, isn't it? Then the fifth one is, you know, see divinity in all, respect all, love all, help all. The fifth is the more beautiful attitude than the help is the service attitude. You know, I am the servant, let me serve. Again, in whatever the capacity. In fact, if the whole world is Lord, we are the servants of the Lord. Therefore, we have to serve everyone. The one who serves, he deserves, he preserves, he observes, he conserves, he reserves. Serving attitude, सेवा भाव कहते हैं. उससे पहले वाला सहायता भाव, उससे पहला प्रेम भाव, उससे पहले आदर का भाव, उससे पहले का seeing the divyata, divinity in all. That should be habit. That's it. We can do those great things. We should do. In doing them or in having those attitudes itself is there is fulfillment. When we have all these five things of serving, helping, loving, respecting and serving divinity, that itself is fulfillment. उसका जो पॉजिटिव आउटकम होगा होने दो, होना है तो होने दो. Very good, it's welcomed. But we have risen above even that thought of what I get. We have learned the art of finding fulfillment in expressing these attitudes in our life naturally towards everything and being all the time. है ना? To such an extent that I am helpless in doing all this. Why? I don't know, I can't, but cannot be without helping others, without serving others. मेरा ये आदत हो गया भगवान, ये मेरा आदत हो गया. When that day when you say this, like today we say, मेरा आदत हो गया अभी टीवी देखना, मेरा आदत हो गया दिन भर सेल फोन के सामने बैठना. आई एम हेल्पलेस, आई कैन नॉट लिव इट. मेरा आदत हो गया कि आई हैव टू ईट सो मच द स्वीट्स एंड आइसक्रीम्स. वी से नो, मेरा आदत हो गया गप्पे मारना दोस्तों के साथ. मेरा आदत हो गया, आई डोंट नो, आई स्लीप 6 hours डेली एंड 9 hours नाइटली, टोटल 15 hours. वी से आई डोंट नो, आई एम वेरी एंग्री, मेरा आदत हो गया. सो टू वी शुड से आई डोंट नो, मेरा आदत हो गया. आई सी डिविनिटी एवरीवेयर. वो आदत, हाउ इट हैज हैपेंड, वी मेड सो, knowingly or unknowingly. And these adats अपने आप नहीं होते हैं. Knowingly, consciously, we have to develop. Okay. 5 things positive is, when that is said, actually the subject is complete. But the opposite of that also, as a reminder, if you say, it may help us. Like, we should not hate others because that hatred gives such a bitterness in us and in the person others. It is not the way for which we have come to live life. So too, we should not disrespect others. Isn't it? Then that's what will be reciprocated. Most importantly, by no means, for no reason, at any time, we should cheat anyone. We should not cheat. That doesn't suit the human dignity. है ना? Hating others, disrespecting others, cheating others is a very low level of life. Immatured. Still, we are in the animalistic life. Animals, for their survival, sometimes they do so. Only for survival they do. Now, yes, we have come from the animal yoni. Therefore, some of these adats will be there. But how can they be for long time? I'm not animal, isn't it? I'm human now. Human has intellect. Intellect should think positive, think divine, think always higher only. है ना? How can I cheat others? How can I trouble others? How can I try to destroy others? How can that thought come even in dream, even once? We have not come for that. We are here to add beauty, joy to the world, not to add misery and ugliness. This trait and personality of us, because of extreme ego, extreme selfishness, that I keep on hurting others. I keep on troubling others. I keep on cheating others. I keep on making others suffer or destroy. They are never ever healthy for whatever reason. एक बार भी नहीं होना. We have to be Shuddha Sattvic, not these gunas which are tamasic and rajasic. But the world is like that. So what? It will be like that. मैं उनसे अपने आप को प्रोटेक्ट करने का अकल हक रखता हूं, है ना? I should have the intelligence and right to protect myself from the impositions of the world negative. That is my wisdom discretion. That doesn't mean that I do the same nonsense what they do of anger and cheating and troubling. We have not come for those things at all. See that not knowing it, how much we have that vengeance and hatred towards our own brothers and sisters. अरे अपने खून जो है same blood, with those people we cannot have the forgiveness, love, etc. And if we cannot come out of that hatred, etc., how can we be without hating the unknown people? To err is human. People are evolving, jivas are evolving. While doing so, their nature at this moment is this and that. Help them to come out of it rather than hating them. It is remain neutral. If you cannot love or forgive, don't hate. क्या हक है हमको बताओ? Who is teaching us these human values in our any of these systems very vehemently, strongly. It has to become so popular that continuously recognize the people of such values, reward them and award them. Don't leave lakhs and crores of people because somebody is expert in singing. What is singing nonsense? Somebody is expert in cricket. What is it, the useless thing it is, wasting the time of the whole country? See the people who are loving others, loving the animals, serving them, valuing those who are honest, those who are, ऐसे जिनके अंदर वैल्यू उनको आप अवार्ड रिवार्ड करो, so the people will follow that, isn't it? That's a higher level. Somebody's abilities, talents, recognizing is good. It's an achievement, no doubt. But उसका outcome क्या है? It's only false pleasure, temporary pleasure, wasting of the time as if we don't have a higher inner goals. देखो, we have to rise above. कुछ समय के लिए everything may be allowed, but not हमेशा के लिए. Isn't it? I have awarded this person for his honesty, for his truthfulness, for his self discipline, for his forgiveness, for his acceptance of others, for his serving others. Isn't it? Beautiful. Then those values. If you award the cinema actors, everybody will want to become cinema actor. Inside the character is what is the same, not improved. है ना? हमको ये थोड़ा सा सोचना है. Yes, allow it. We are not against that. But add this. This is more sacred, no? More evolving, isn't it? What finally decides a society? The individuals filled with all these higher values, natural and habitual. Such people's group of us people adds beauty to the world, isn't it? Think about it. So all the five positive habits, it should become opposite of them, the negative. Not seeing divinity. No, we are not doing sadhana. Not respecting others. Then we are proving our arrogance. Not loving others. Our heart has not melted. No, not helping others means what? We are inhuman. Not serving others means the basics of spiritual sadhana we don't know. A spiritual sadhaka is the servant of the world at the outer level. Dasoham. You know, let us try these things from today. This will make our hearts so lighter, so purer, that there will be no clashes between us and the world outside and inside. That freedom, that peace when we gain because of this will be highly helpful for our higher spiritual pursuits. What is said now are not goals, but that's how when we live, we become purer in our heart, lighter in our heart. Thereafter, our higher spiritual pursuits will be effortless. And these things won't happen just like that by themselves. And just by intellectually knowing also, there's no use. I know that I have to love all. Who wants your knowledge? Practically, we have to do it. Isn't it? बस थियरी तो चलता ही रहेगा, वो तो सीखते रहना ही पड़ेगा. बट दैट शुड बी ट्रांसलेटेड इनटू प्रैक्टिस. आज से ही शुरू करो, आंखें बंद कर ही देखो. Anybody remembered, see divinity in them, see their talents and respect them, and know that I have to love them, and see what help they need help and what service they need serve. है ना? याद रखें, कुछ साल या कुछ जन्म हमको इस तरह का केवल सेवा में, केवल प्रेम में, केवल आदर में हमें स्पेंड करना होता है फॉर द रिफाइनमेंट ऑफ आवर इनर पर्सनैलिटी. लाइक What we are doing now? Sometime we are spending in study of Shastras. Nobody, maybe people are doing, but we are so regular doing last 5 years. This is required in our part of evolution. Then a period will come where we have to just serve our Guru. Then the Upasana to the Ishvara. Then sometime we will be needing to do our observance of our all antakarana and consciously making them fit. Then we will be spending some time only in the Manana Chintana. With all these preparations done, when we become worthy, qualified, then we start doing our inner sadhana of ध्यान आदि. ऐसा होता है जीवन में एवोल्यूशन. All said and done, nothing should happen erratic in our life, unplanned in our life, unthinking in our life. Everything should be consciously done with clear understanding as to what we have to do for what outcome. See if we can do that. In fact, when we start divinity outside, seeing sadhana to ho hi raha hai bas, because seeing divine is our goal. Hmm. So too, when we respect others and love others, that attitude itself will remove inner obstacles. Then we will just, so easy it is to recognize the substratum with this type of personality. That's why no text completes without teaching the values. Some texts teach them in the beginning, some in the center, some toward the end. like गीता में शुरू में भी बताया चित्तप्रज्ञ लक्षणास आर वैल्यूज ओनली. बीच में बताया ऑलमोस्ट इन एवरी चैप्टर, मोर स्पेसिफिकली इन 12-13. टुवर्ड द एंड बताया 16वां अध्याय. देखो, no hatred in our heart for anyone. Many might have troubled us, forgive all of them. So you ask them to forgive for whatever mistakes we have done. That's how become acutely subtle to know what wrongs are happening in us, how to avoid them, what rights have to happen. That's called as living human being, living life like a human being. है ना? Engage in this type of thinking and living, the happenings of negativities from us automatically get reduced. So many negativities हमारे जिंदगी में है बिकॉज हम पॉजिटिव नहीं कर रहे. One more thing, in this way, be dynamic and aggressive throughout the day, not static and passive and sleepy and no. Keep the great ideals in front, how they have dynamically lived every moment of life in these type of performances. Be inspired from them. Life of Krishna, life of Hanumanji, life of Gurudev, life of so many great saints should teach us that we cannot be just like stone lying down. We have to keep on gaining qualities, invoking qualities, express them practically in serving the world and our own evolution. Think, friends. Thank you. We stop here. Now we will do our third thing. Common sense thought हो गया. Mantrocharana. Today, which mantra we will do? We will do Narayana. Mantra which is found in Bhagavad Mahapurana towards the end, which we chant when we chant Gita Dhyanam as the last mantra. Every day we do one sloka of Gita Dhyanam, usme ka last wala. That is saluting Lord Krishna as Narayana, as the ultimate Paramatma himself. That mantra is this. Good one, very powerful, little lengthy it is. कल का भी लंबा था, परसों का कल का नहीं. Today also. Big mantras also. So far, I was focusing on size of mantra also. So छोटा छोटा दो लाइनर कर रहे थे. अब छोटा नहीं बड़ा नहीं. Whatever the Lord tells us that day, that mantra we do. So the mantra I'll chant, explain it in 1 minute. We'll chant it for 6 or 8 times. The mantra is this: Om Yam Brahma Varunendra Rudra Marutaha Stunvanti Divyaihi Stavaihi Vedai Sangapadakramopanishadaihi Gayanti Yam Samagaha ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तं न विदुः सुरासुरगणाः देवाय तस्मै नमः. So this is addressed to the Parabrahma, the Ishvara, the Narayana. Now here as Krishna in Bhagavat. In fact, the Rupanama of the Lord is not told here, only his highest position is told. Okay, the meaning of mantra is the last one is Devaya Tasmai Namaha. Main word is Namaha, Namaskar hai. So Tasmai Namaha, to him salutations. Devaya Tasmai Namaha, to that Lord salutations. Deva. Here's Krishna. Who is that Lord to whom we are saluting? All his Mahima is said throughout this shloka. One, that Lord whom, yam means whom, jinko, Brahma, Varuna, Indra, Rudra, Marutaha, Stunvanti Divyai Stavai. है ना ब्रह्मदेव रुद्रदेव इंद्रदेव वायुदेव continuously do the stavana of him through divine stotras. To him my salutations. So when Brahmendra Varna Rudra Maruta is said, Vishnu is not said, therefore this is addressed to Vishnu only. Vishnu avatara is the Krishna there. तोयं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्र रुद्र मरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः. तो जिनको ये ब्रह्म इंद्र रुद्र मरुत दिव्य स्तवनों से हर दिन हर पल स्तुति करते रहते हैं. तस्मै देवाय नमः. To that Lord my salutations. Then second one, Vedaihi Sangapadakramopanishadaihi Gayantiyam Samagaha. Those Samagana expert Veda Pandits do the Samagana in praise and respect of whom? To that God my salutations. Vedaihi Sanga Padakrama Upanishad Vedai Sanga Padakrama Upanishadaihi Gayanti. So Vedas with all the Krama, Anga, Upanishad ityadi, the Samavedis do the Samagiti Ganam for whom? To that Lord my salutations. Then third one, Dhyanavasthita Tadgatena Manasa Pashyanti Yam Yogina. That Lord whom the yogis see in their own Dhyanavastha when they have merged their mind in that Paramatma. Tadgatena Manasa. When they realize that Paramatma is themselves. ध्यानावस्थित तद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति योगिनः. Then यस्य antam न विदुः सुरासुरगणाः. All the surasuras who cannot know the beginning and end of that Lord. Tasmai Devaya Namaha, to that ultimate supreme Brahman standing in front of us, receiving our puja in the form of Lord Vishnu, Krishna Bhagavan. To him my salutation. Towards the end of Bhagavata, 12 स्कंद में जब खत्म होता रहता है, I think that time this mantra comes. So the four aspects are told. Chant it for 6 times. That should be enough. Big mantra it is. And the other indicative sublime meanings, all of that I am not sharing. Let them reveal to you when you do patiently, devotedly the chanting as many times as possible. Start. ॐ यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तं न विदुःसुरासुरगणाः देवाय तस्मै नमः. Again, ॐ यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गवदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तं न विदुःसुरासुरगणाः देवाय तस्मै नमः। ॐ यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैर्गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तं न विदुःसुरासुरगणाः देवाय तस्मै नमः। ॐ यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तं न विदुःसुरासुरगणाः देवाय तस्मै नमः। ॐ यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तं न विदुःसुरासुरगणाः देवाय तस्मै नमः। ॐ यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तं न विदुःसुरासुरगणाः देवाय तस्मै नमः। देवाय तस्मै नमः. See, I always feel when will that day come wherein with each of the mantra chanting only enter into this deep dhyana samadhi and stay in that mood and experience only. When that capacity, ability, possibility comes and happens in the life, long for it. Keep on doing it. See the beauty of the mantras, the raga in that. हर दिन भर एक एक मंत्र के द्वारा reaching to that Paramatma should be our habit and practice. Instead of doing that in our immaturity, in what way we are wasting our time and life. लादत है कि नहीं? Even we can't waste time in laughing at such people. We are one of them. Instead of reveling in this divine mantras and through them on the divinity, where are we lost? Think. ॐ ॐ ॐ ॐ सहना भवतु ॐ नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो यैरिमे गुरुभिः पूर्वम् ॐ शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यम् ॐ निधये सर्वविद्यानाम् ॐ श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् ॐ विदितानमया विशदैककला न च किञ्चन काञ्चनमस्ति गुरो धृतमेव विदेहि कृपां सहजाम् भव शंकर देशिक में शरणम। ओम ब्रह्मानंदम परमसुखदम ओम परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्त ब्रह्म विद्याचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। श्वेताश्वतरोपनिषदाचार्येभ्यो नमः। संकल्पः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्य बोधेन अस्मिन् क्षणे एव मोक्ष कैवल्य प्राप्त्यर्थं सनातन धर्म से विश्वव्याप्ति विश्व आध्यात्मिक प्रगत्यर्थम धर्म संस्थापकानां निरंतर दिग्विजयार्थम श्रीराम मंदिरवत् शिवकृष्णादि मंदिरादीनां पुनर्वाप्ति तेषु निरंतर शास्त्र अध्ययनादीनां द्वारा भारतवर्षस्य सनातन धर्मस्य बाह्याभ्यंतर शत्रु विघ्न समूल निर्मूलन पूर्वक भारतवर्षे विश्वे च अस्मात् क्षणादारभ्य वैदिक हैंदव संस्कृतेः धर्ममोक्ष पुरुषार्थानां सुसंप्रतिष्ठावाप्त्यर्थम् अस्यां कक्षायाम् आगतानां संकल्पितसत्कर्मसु दिग्विजयः तेषां हृदये परब्रह्मादीनां प्रति भक्त्यादीनां द्वारा जन्म साफल्यार्थम् अनेक शास्त्राणाम अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मध्ये श्री कृष्ण यजुर्वेदीय श्वेताश्वतरोपनिषद आद्य शंकर भाष्य समेत अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मोक्षार्थम वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। ओम नित्यानंदम निराधारम निखिलाधारम अव्ययम निगमाद्यगतम नित्यम नीलकंठम नमाम्यहम्। अथ षष्ठोऽध्यायः पारायणम्। How many we did yesterday? 12, na? 13, 14, 15. Om Nit ॐ नित्यो नित्यानां चेतनश्चेतनानाम् एको बहूनां यो विदधाति कामान् तत्कारणं साङ्ख्ययोगाधिगम्यं ज्ञात्वा देवं मुच्यते सर्वपाशैः न तत्र सूर्यो भाति न चन्द्रतारकं नेमा विद्युतो भान्ति कुतोऽयमग्निः तमेव भान्तमनुभाति सर्वं तस्य भासा सर्वमिदं विभाति एकोऽहं सः भुवनस्यास्य मध्ये स एवाग्निः सलिले सन्निविष्टः तमेव विदित्वा अतिमृत्युमेति नान्यः पन्था विद्यते अयनाय. All mantras of all shastras, Upanishads are the directions and guidances and means and helps for us to realize this abstract. So too, our lives, every breath should be dedicated only for that. Then we are fulfilling ourselves in our efforts. Then that will lead to the achievement of such thing which gives us fulfillment. Any thought other than this, contrary to this, is the binding thought only, non authentic thought only, thought born out of ignorance and confusion and misguidance only, not authentic, not correct. Friends, yesterday we have seen the mantra number 3 Samagra Rupena. Right? What is the third mantra? तत्कर्म कृत्वा विनिवर्त्य भूयः तत्त्वस्य तत्त्वेन समेत्य योगम् एकेन द्वाभ्यां त्रिभिरष्टभिर्वा कालेन च एव आत्मगुणैश्च सूक्ष्मैः. So the one way of saying this mantra is the Lord who created the world, as per the earlier shloka, how he taking the created world back into him. The second way of saying this mantra is the sadhana for the sadhaka. The third way is, as said by Bhagavan Shankara, as to how the Paramatma, with his own sankalpa, has projected these things, and himself, by identifying with them, his essential infinite selfhood, he as if has forgotten or lost for some time. Now he is bound by these things as a jiva suffering. That is you and I. That's what is the Bhashyakara's way of saying. So tat karma krutva means with the Panchabhautika Srushti made, Vinivartya Bhuyaha, having seen it, has it been done well or not, then Tattvasya Tattvena Sametya Yogam, he identified himself with them. And what are they? He identified with Ekena, Dvabhyam, Tribihi, Ashtabhihi. How now? With Eka, the Maya, he got identified. He became Ishvara. Dvabhyam, he got identified with Dharma, let us say. Tribihi is identified with Sattvic, Rasik, Tamasic. Ashtami, with the Ashtada Prakriti he identified. When the Ashtada Prakriti identification happens, he is now completed in becoming a Jiva, a bound Jiva. And in between, not only that, Kalena, he got identified with the Kala, which has three parts, past, present, future, and which has two expressions. One is Karana Rupena, another is Karya Rupena. So Kalena means Lord lost into the Karana Karya, Lord lost into Bhuta Bhavishyat Vartamana. He is identified with Ashtada Prakriti means he has identified with the entire Jiva Bhava. Tribhihi means he is lost into the three gunas. Then Dvabhya means karma, karma phala. Ekena is identified with one, not Maya. Finally, he says, not only Kalena cha, Atma Gunaihi cha, Sukshmaihi. Again, with all the Sukshma gunas of the Atma. Here the Atma is Antakarana. Its Sukshma gunas are all these third class qualities of Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya, Irsha, Dvesha, Asuya. These are all the Durgunas of the Atman, Atma here, the Antakarana. No, I identify with them. When the Kamana comes in the mind, instead of becoming a Sakshi to that, I become Kami, I become Krodhi, I become Lobhi, I get Lobhi. Arey, they're all happening to the Upadhi, no? Why are you identified? But I identify. The one who identifies is Samsari, Jiva. The one who looks at them as a witness is Sadhaka. The one who transcends them, that the heart has become so pure that not even a ripple of any of these negativity is happening in the antakarana. Not even ripple. Now they are like a cyclone only, drowning us every moment, these negative gunas. Like in Narada Bhakti Sutra, the other day we quoted, Tarangayita api me sangat samudrayante. Dusangaha sarvathaiva tyajyaha kama krodha lobha moha smrti bhramsha buddhinasha sarvanasha karanatvat tarangayita pime sangat samudraya. These durgunas, very minute quality they are in. When we are in the dussanga, they become like samudra and they drown us. Same durgunas when they are in the taranga rupa. When we do satsanga and drown in satsanga, even the taranga rupa durguna also goes away, which we can witness in us. That my mind is so pure now that I can never have kama krodhadi durgunas in me. That mastery is called evolution. But right now, Atma Gunaihi cha Kalena Ashtabhihi Trivihi Dvabhyam Ekena Sametya. He got identified all of them. Then he has become Jiva. And then in this, while saying all this, indirectly what is hinted is with all these identities, the Paramatma became Jiva, you and I. Therefore, when we free ourselves from all these things, we retrieve back from being a Jiva to being the Paramatma. That's our moksha. Okay, Atma Gunaisya Sukshmaihi, from the Kamadi Durguna, we have to get the Adveshta Sarvabhutanam, it is Sadguna. So to instead of identify our own individual Ashtada Prakriti, we should serve the total Ashtada Prakriti with our Ashtada Prakriti so that we are freed from the Avanta Mamata with this Ashtada Prakriti. So to the Trigunas, always maintain, as we saw in our common sense thought today, the Sattva Guna, maintain it, don't allow Rajotamo to come at all. Then the Dvabhyam rise above all the dualities in the world. Ekena, even the Maya, the Avidya also transcend by realizing the self. When they know the self, the Avidya goes away, the Maya goes away. So in that way, the sadhana also indicated. All these are easily heard by you, understood by you, grasped by you when you listen for at least some 10 years. Among that, 5-6 years you have heard, some of you. For me also, I have to keep on listening or talking. Then only I become familiar with this vocabulary, with the meaning that's indicated, and the spiritual knowledge that is said through that. And I'm really happy for some of you who have broke through all those inner barriers of I don't want the Shastra, I don't want to listen, I have no time for it, I don't respect it, it is not so necessary. My life outside itself is so heavy, so busy. I am bound by so many things. Where is the time for this in the modern world? These things are not required. The millions of human beings who have all this nonsense, you have transcended some of you. That's why you are regular. That's why all these words are becoming meaningful to us now. And that knowledge becomes fruitful when we really start doing the due sadhanas. The Bahiranga sadhanas, the Antaranga sadhanas, the Dhyana sadhanas. All the three. The Antaranga sadhana is to make our Antakarana purified and qualified. Bahiranga sadhanas are to clear our debts, etc. to the world. Then the Dhyana sadhana is every day sitting for as many hours as possible to trace back what is the origin, what is the substratum, what is that one from where the many are coming, what is that one which is supporting many. इसको कहते हैं ध्यान, इसको देखना. In that way, we have to help ourselves. That's what in this mantra indicated. This is how Paramatma became Jivatma and bound. Now you and I, Jivatma, now trace back to become one with that Paramatma Tattva and get moksha. This is the tone we can see in this mantra 3. Concluded? Iti. Finally, Kalena cha eva Atma Gunaihi cha Antakarana Gunaihi Kamadivihi Sukshmaihi. It's a very serious topic. It is that all these gunas belong to the chitta. We are only we should be only the sakshi to it. Let them come and go. We are only sakshi, and that sakshi is Chaitanya. And that Chaitanya is Satswarupa. And Satchit Swarupa, that thing is Parabrahma, that is a Paramatma. That alone is reality, that is all pervading. Into that we have to enter and stay there on. है Like get the car, travel in the car, make a habit of the car. बिना कार का शॉपिंग के लिए भी नहीं जाते. We made a habit of it. Isn't it? Got the AC, started using it, got habituated to it. Even in winter, we need the AC. ऐसे कितने कितने बाहर चीजों का मैं आदत हुआ. एग्जाम्पल्स बता रहा हूँ. So to make a habit of, I am the Sakshi. I am the Chaitanya Sarupa. These are the vrittis coming in the chitta. When I value them, the thoughts will become powerful, the chitta will become real, and they will influence me to do the actions outside. Then I become karta. I am bound to become the phalabhokta too. On the other hand, when the sukshma antakarana gunas of kamadi are coming, when I am just remaining as witness, slowly the tendencies because of which these were upsurging, they slowly go away. Then they stop coming. These vikaras, durgunas. And then in the meantime, that sakshi which I developed in me, I'll inquire what is the nature of that sakshi. Then I discover that it is Satchit Swarupa and it is not objective. It is subject. It is me. And finally, I am Brahman, I am Satchit. Like we say now, I am doctor, I am lawyer, I am so and so, I am useless, I am good for nothing, I am Gadha, I am Ullukavatta. All we give such good titles to ourselves. Very cute. They are all because of our upadis. So, Sopadika Rupena, if I am Gadha Ullukavatta, Nirupadika Rupena, who am I? I am pure Brahman, Satchidanand. उसमें रह जाना है. फाइनली दैट लाइक हर बंदा अपना रुबाब में रहता है. जस्ट नो आई टोल्ड आई एम एमएलए, आई एम डॉक्टर, और आई एम ये पूरा इस एरिया का डीएम हूं मैं, मजिस्ट्रेट ऑफ दिस डिस्ट्रिक्ट. एवरीबडी हैव देयर ओन रुबाब. आई एम सिंगर, माय सो मेनी कैसेट्स रिलीज्ड, people waste all their life in listening to me and they respect me. Everybody has his own rubab. You and I also have to have this I am Brahman. बट इसमें रुबाब नहीं होगा बिकॉज एवरीबडी इज ब्राह्मण. है ना. फाइनली इसमें आना चाहिए हमको. आई एम दैट. फर्स्ट theoretically be clear. That's what we are doing in every study of our Upanishads. Slowly through practice enter into that. And that Aham Brahmasmi is an anubhuti. Need not tell anybody. Whom will you tell? Because everybody is Brahman only. You can't say that Aham Brahmasmi to others as if they are not. Everything is Brahman. And just imagine that state that I am Brahman, I am realizing, and at the same time I am conscious of the projected upadhis with their qualities, and as per Shastra, in what way these upadhis have to be operated, that way I am operating without forgetting my being the self. That's what Jivan Mukti. Imagine वो कितना बढ़िया रहता है. And anything happening through me, through these upadhis, is only for the loka kalyana. I am not doing anything harmful to the world. इतना ही होता है जिंदगी में. Outer upadhiyo में do the useful to the world, and inside be in the self. That's it. Be the self. You know, clear understanding about this and the glory of this when it's understood, then the willingness to reach to that happens, and that leads to all sadhanas. When we do them, really we reach to that. Regular study and manana of the Shastras, regular listening to the Shastras slowly gives this opening to our intellects, which is very essential. What you and I are doing in the class every day is giving such data to our intellect that it's getting opened up for higher and greater knowledges and possibilities. Friends, now let us come to the mantra 4. In this, as we said, with the sadhana, देखो, Krishna, Vasudeva, Narayana, the kindness of this particular Rishi of this Upanishad, Shwethashwathara. He is not rigid, strong, like other Upanishad Rishis were. They said just this is Brahma Swarupa Lakshanas, contemplate it, realize it. We will not come down, we will not give you any alternatives. But this Rishi is something unique, I tell you. He has exhaustively given the Brahma Tattva Jnana, Brahma Tattva Chintana Margadarshanam. Don't ask me and make me शर्मिंदा. कब बोला स्वामी जी करके यार, पिछले 700 दिन से वही कर रहे हैं हम. Almost how many days for our this Upanishad? 639 days. So this Rishi is so great that, like Krishna Bhagavan in Gita, he has also given the Brahmagnana first, then understanding this position of that sadhaka disciple, other alternative sadhana, alternative sense, all the other sadhanas required for him, which he can and he must do, so that he becomes qualified for the higher ones, as Krishna indicated, same thing here. Other than the Brahmagnana, in Gita, very conspicuously, very clearly we see Krishna indicated 4 more sadhanas. The sadhana of the values, he has told. The sadhana of karma yoga, he has told. The sadhana of the chittavritti nirodha yoga sadhana, he told in the entire 6th chapter. And throughout Gita, wherever it was possible, the sadhana of bhakti also he told or not. So this bhakti, the yoga, the karma yoga, and the value-oriented life qualifies us for our Vedantic Aham Brahmasmi Chintana. Finally, to Aham Brahmasmi Anubhuti alone gives moksha. And Aham Brahmasmi is already there. We have to have the jnana of that. उसमें कोई compromise नहीं. But right now we are not able to do for various reasons. So all those reasons, obstacles, impurities removed, and we are made qualified by these 4 sadhanas. This Rishi also in this Shweta, kind enough, he talks about the Bhakti sadhana in this shloka, Karma sadhana in the next shloka, as necessary things as if truly to qualify us for that Tattva Chintana, Tattva Abhyas. है ना. ये है उपनिषद का मिठास और महिमा और गरिमा और कृपा. We should be able to acknowledge it. So, in the text, the title is said as Bhagavat Arpana Karma Se Bhagavat Prapti. That is what the title given. Bhagavad Arpana Karma Se Bhagavat Prapti, which is not a subject of Upanishad actually. Upanishad is you are Brahman, you realize it, that's it. You are that Bhagavan. But those who cannot do, for them, who are lost in the ego, devotion and alone can help. Who are lost in the Upadita, Adhatma and Karma Yoga alone can help. Therefore, they have to go through those exercises and become qualified. So this Upanishad is patient enough, kind enough, even to lift us from that first level without saying like the other Upanishads say, get out, get yourself qualified and come. I'll not teach you the scratches. I'll only teach you only to the qualified ones. ऐसा नहीं है. This is the title of this shloka. Bhagavad Arpana Karma se Bhagavad Prapti. See that? Right. Now the Sambandha Bhasha is what? Idanim karmanam mukhyam viniyogam darshayat. This is the sentence, the Sambandha Bhashya to this topic and the mantra by the Bhashyakara Bhagavan Adi Shankara. He says, Idanim karmanam mukhya viniyogam darshayat. Now, this sentence is so powerful, so sublime. Only those who are listening Shastras for many years, they can catch it. It looks to be simple, but it is very inclusive and very detailed one. शॉर्टकट में आज देखते हैं डिटेल कल क्या है. इदानीम करणाम विनियोगम दर्शयति मीन्स व्हाट. बी अटेंटिव. We all are given the ability to do the karma, and that ability to do the karma is to be used for what? For what purpose he has given that ability? That purpose is called viniyog. उसके लिए उसको करना, even though the ability of the karma which we have can be misused for doing so many dushkarmas. उसके लिए नहीं दिया गया वो शक्ति. We should know the viniyog of everything. Tomorrow we'll focus a little more on it. Like, in all the sankalpas, you all know when the yajnas are done, upasanas are done, viniyogaha करके कहते हैं कि नहीं? Do you remember? है ना? गायत्री यज्ञस्य viniyogaha. Viniyoga means niyojan. For what you are utilizing it. So here karmana viniyogam darshayati means beautiful thing. One, as let me add the Gita also to this. First, Bhagavan says, we cannot be without doing karma. Second is, we cannot do the Nishiddha karma. Third is, slowly we have to reduce the Kama karma and make it zero. Fourth, only the Vidyukta karma we have to do. Five, that also without Phalasakti, that also by Ishvara Aradhana. This is called as the Vinyoga of the ability of the karma, opportunity of the karma, permission of the karma. वो हमको बता. So karmana vinyoga means क्या हुआ इसका अर्थ? Therefore we must do the karma in the way as it's going to be guided, so that we become qualified for the tattva chintana and atma prapti. Okay, idanim karmanam viniyogam darshayati. The Lord says, yes, karma, shakti, karma possibility I gave you to rightly utilize it so that you become qualified for the atma chintan and atma prapti. Even though the karma ability which I have given you, with that you can do even dushkarma also, even you can do papa karma also. You can do those karmas which take you away from the reality more and more also. But that's not the viniyoga. Like I am given the mouth to speak. So with the mouth, I can abuse others, I can shout at others, but that's not the vinayog of the mouth given. The mouth is given only to lovingly talk to others, respectfully talk to others, or talk about परमात्मा. इसलिए वाणी दिया गया ना. बट वाणी में है गुस्सा करने की शक्ति है, सबको डांट सकता हूँ, गाली दे सकता हूँ, बट दैट्स नॉट द विनियोग. वी मस्ट नो एवरीथिंग. बुद्धि उसका विनियोग क्या है, मन उसका विनियोग क्या है, प्राण उनका विनियोग क्या, इंद्रियां किस लिए दिए गए. हियर द कर्म शक्ति. वाई द व्हाट्स विनियोग. एवरीवेयर द नौकरी इज गिवन टू मी, उसका विनियोग. द रिलेटिव्स आर गिवन टू मी, व्हाट्स द विनियोग ऑफ इट. द पेरेंट्स आर गिवन टू मी. हमको पता होना चाहिए कि उनका किसमें विनियोग करने से उसका सही उपयोग होता है. सो यहाँ कर्म नाम विनियोगम दर्शयते. चैंट द मंत्र वंस, स्टडी टुमारो एग्जॉस्टिवली. वेरी ब्यूटीफुल मंत्र, वेरी डिटेल्ड, वेरी पक्का. ये और गीता दोनों इकट्ठे पढ़ोगे तो यू विल गेट द एसेंस. चैंट इट. ओम आरभ्य कर्माणि गुणान्वितानि भावांश्च सर्वान् विनियोजयेद्यः तेषामभावे कृतकर्मनाशः कर्म क्षये याति स तत्त्वतोऽन्यः, है ना। आरभ्य कर्माणि गुणान्वितानि भावांश्च सर्वान् विनियोजयेद् यः तेषाम् अभावे कृतकर्मनाशः कर्म क्षये याति स तत्त्वतोऽन्यः। कितना सरल मीठा कंप्लीट है ये गाइडेंस। हैज टू, वी हैव टू स्टार्ट लिविंग द लाइफ ऑफ karma with karma yoga and ishwararpana. Then only the antakarana shuddhi can be seen. With that, antakarana became free from all impurities inside and obligations outside. It can be effortlessly, fully focused to search the self inside, to seek the self inside. You and I, if you sit today, inner self we are not able to seek because the mind is so much agitated, etc. And it is extroverted. All that is eliminated through Karma Yoga. That Karma Yoga Saramsha is given here. So, Shwethashwathara Rishi studied Gita, or Gita is the Sara of the Upanishads. Om 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 Purnamadaha. Continue tomorrow. Om Shanti Shanti. Shruti Matre Nama Tatsat Brahmarpanamastu. भगवद गीता का ये श्लोक आज संपन्न करते हैं, तो कल से स्थित प्रज्ञ लक्षण शुरू होंगे। आ जाओ।